Yawning. Yawning, yawning, yawning. It's such an extraordinary thing. Some of these very natural things that we do all the time are incredibly good for us. Did you know that yawning is the natural way of de-stressing your ear, nose and throat and eye system? This simple response actually triggers a de-stressing response, and when you yawn, you can hear your ears popping, which are the eustachian tubes opening and closing, which release pressure in the middle ear. And you can also hear a little purring sound. So the tensor tympani muscle against the eardrum has a little release, and the stapedius muscle against the oval window of the cochlea also wriggles and purrs. And this release in the auditory muscles causes any tension to let go. So with this very simple response, this reflex opens up and we actually release tension in the jaw muscles. And if we yawn enough, we can get the throat to open up. You know, when you get those really real throaty yawns at the back, it opens it right up, and you can get into a lovely de-stressing, settling response. So yawning is a sign of being relaxed, and if you see kids playing, when they get a bit tired, oh, Mummy, Daddy, I'm tired, they will automatically start yawning, and they will start rubbing their eyes and massaging the face. So if you can yawn on a regular basis, you're actually going to bring the activation levels of your auditory system down. So a lot of tinnitus is when we focus on the hearing and we go into fight or flight and we listen out far too acutely. If you yawn, that triggers the parasympathetic de-stressing response, and the physical structures of the auditory system can start to open up and release, and the sound sensitivity can start to come down. So if you then combine this with a massage, you're going to be moving the hands down the front of the ears and squeezing behind your head along the cranial base and neck. If you can start bringing the reactivity or the stress and tension of your face, jaw and ear system down, that actually adds up to a lot of de-stressing. I've just done that a couple of times and I can feel a slight glow in my ears. I demonstrate this all the time to people online, so if you say yawn to me, I just automatically start yawning. So a really lovely thing to do is to get into a regular yawning practice every evening and to do a lovely face massage. I recommend getting some lovely oil. I like rose oil. You mix it with a base oil, like almond oil, and you put it on your hands and then you rub it in. And if you can get into a lovely yawning, massaging pattern, leaving this lovely oil or face cream next to your armchair in the evening, it will remind you and hopefully encourage you or motivate you to do this. It's a really lovely thing to do. Just squeezing down in front of your ears, either side, and at the same time yawning, and then you squeeze behind the back here, so your fingers are going along the base of the neck, the base of the cranium and the neck here. And what happens is that it starts to really relax you and switch you off. So I'm now starting to yawn spontaneously, and I'm starting to feel myself really switching off and settling down. At first, you can fake it to make it, so you're kind of just thinking about yawning and massaging. But if you watch somebody else yawning, it's very contagious because it's good for you. So I've deliberately put pictures of people yawning up in the background to trigger this primal response. And if you can get into a habit of doing this on a regular basis, it's extremely pleasurable and comforting. And you can start to use it as a de-stressing ritual. Gosh, I'm going to fall asleep in a minute. And this pleasurable, relaxing ritual, if you do this often, it can become quite powerful. And you can get yourself going from an alerted, activated state into a much calmer state pretty quickly, actually. And then if you do this on a regular basis, it's really like a reset button. So you can start to switch off and let go and relax on a regular basis. If you think of cats, they're masters of getting their needs met. They'll make sure they get fed. They'll make sure that they get patted and cuddled. And they'll spend most of their day yawning and stretching, flicking out tension, preening themselves, just getting into a really good space. They de-stress themselves the whole time. And this is the perfect thing to do before you settle down and have a bit of a sleep and a nap. So get your face cream or make up your own lovely blend of oil and leave it somewhere where you'll be sitting and relaxing. It's very good to do this actually while you're still watching TV before you go up to bed. You might just leave the bottle of oil next to your armchair, and then you can start getting into this habit of de-stressing your ear, nose and throat system. When I did a retreat, we did this every day in the evening, and at the beginning of the week most people were a bit like this and they sort of went through the motions of yawning, but by the end of the week everybody was just yawning and stretching. You just say the word yawn and the whole group would yawn, and this freezing response really melted and this de-stressing response really came forward. So please enjoy a lovely evening face massage with yawning. And if you go and have a professional facial, they're amazing. They're some of the most relaxing massages you can have. If you've got a friend or a partner who can practice massaging your face with you, so much the better. A good thing to do is to go and have a professional face massage with a friend or with your partner, a nice birthday present, and then you can do it on each other. And it's just blissful. So this very simple, very low-tech technique, it's a very low-key thing to do. If you do it quite a lot, like every evening, then you'll start to see how powerful it becomes. So I really encourage you to enjoy this practice. It's such a lovely thing to do. So many of the practices on my app are all about switching off, relaxing, and starting to get that lovely letting go, pleasurable release. So you can just wind down switch off, and get ready for bed. Such a great thing to do. And it's great to do it all day long as well. We need to get over that sociological thing of, oh, it's rude to yawn. It's a sign that you're bored. No. Yawning is brilliant. It's a sign that you're feeling happy and relaxed and you're letting go. So yawning, please yawn as much as you can and enjoy it.